Alright, which of these decks are like vaguely functional? I have far too many decks. Aggro Cass, that's a good idea. This is reasonable against Brome. So this is a list from Team Wars. I don't think I've played with this exact build with the Betrayal in, but I've played with something very similar. It's really powerful. The basic idea is you hit them in the face. And then you hit them in the face some more. You have lots of ways of dealing damage from afar. Grasp of Agony, you can do it in a pinch. Blood Tier Alchemist, Void Pulse, Flame Blood Warlock. Void Talon is like mostly goes face in this deck, especially with Blood Siren, so it doesn't die. Darkseid is good burst. Desolate is good burst. Betrayal is good burst. And then you have some Spelljammers and Blazehounds to go together. Spectral Blade can help hit face or fight for early tempo, so you don't just get run over. And then we have Demonic Lure and Punish as removal. That's basically it. Let's go through it in a bit more detail. So this is quite a low to the ground list. As you can see, the curve, apart from the random betrayals, stops at 4, effectively. The whole idea is you've got lots and lots of cards that can deal your opponent damage out of hand. You do that, you draw additional cards with Blazehound and Spelljammer, and kind of Desolator, and you shoot your opponent in the face. You take forward early on because you've got some good tempo tools in Primus Fist, Void Pulse, Grasp of Agony, decent removal, Spectral Blade. But then, like at some point, they'll play big minions, you'll start to lose boards, so you run away and you start shooting them and hiding, essentially. The MP fills the curve in this patch. I'd probably go for Saberspine Alpha in that slot. Yeah, that sounds more like a mid-range deck to me. Like when your curve wants 7-drop curve fillers, like that sounds like a mid-range deck. I'd still be interested in seeing your list, but I don't think I'd call that aggro. No, this list is like way more just you're going face. No time for EMP, you're going face. So we have 3 Blood Tier Alchemist, 3 Grasp of Agony, 3 Void Pulse, 3 Blood Siren. This card looks odd. It's actually very good. It's mostly there to make their face unable to hit back. So you can hit them with Void Talon and have it not die, or hit them with your General and effectively heal for 2 while deploying a body. Kind of a more aggressively slanted healing mystic. It's good with Flame Blood Warlocks as well. Demonic Lure is useful removal. This card's like kind of okay. It's mostly good at setting up Grasp of Agony or just buying you time, like you need to get something out of the way for 2 turns and then you'll kill them first. Problem solved. Flame Blood Warlock is core to burn lists everywhere. 2 Primus Fist is another basically 2-drop curve filler, helps you hit your turn 1 plays, helps you make trades on the board early on, and of course buffs up things that are going to get to hit face. Excuse me. 3 Punish, because you do actually have to kill things, like Albe's stages. Big golems, anything that people power out. It's very good against anything that got flashed in, so they flash Wanderer, you can punish it and try and regain some board. 2 Spectral Blades, really good against aggro, and not bad at also just hitting them in the face and racing. 3 Blazehound, because the curve is so low, we're playing so many like crappy little cards, we get to play Blazehound, and Blazehound basically really does a lot of work in this deck. It fills their hand for Darkseid. It's pretty good at hitting things. Trades reasonably well, but more importantly hits face for 4, sometimes multiple times. And does all that while drawing you cards, and if they're playing Wanderer, maybe you mill them a card and they don't, you get some card advantage and some information about what's not in the deck anymore. 3 Void Talon. This card is exclusively there to go face. It does really well. It does really well at that. Obviously, it dies to natural selection, but most of the time it occupies a square very solidly for a turn, and then belts them for 6. Darkseid is one of our best late game finishers. This card actually does a ton of work. There's a lot of games where you can't kill them this turn unless you have Darkseid, in which case you're like just that 1 or 2 extra points of damage. I just noticed there's actually a face in the animation right at the very start. That's really weird. 3 Desolator, obviously. This is one of our key components for racing other aggro decks. It gives us a lot of longevity. It's a bit expensive, like the 4 mana every turn is actually quite a burden because this deck is very fast, but it's good enough to play still. Spelljammer, another card draw source, solid body, good tempo, and then finally a cheeky Betrayal that I think one of the Meltdown Town has added. This card is like kind of good and pretty funky, and I guess you can get people with it. So that's that.